I'll be going through the answers quickly, so make sure your course book is open and in front of you. And please stop and rewind the video as you need to. So, got your book open in front of you? Are your answers in capitals? Want to know why the answers are the answers? Then let's go. For question number 1, let's have a look at the language pattern. Do you suffer from plus adjective? Do you suffer from plus adverb? Do you suffer from plus verb? Or do you suffer from plus noun? The language pattern is to suffer from plus noun. If we have a look at the stem word, we can see it's exhaust. The noun would be exhaustion. For question number 2, another language pattern. After become, we use adjectives. So they are far more likely to become. If we have a look at the stem word, we can see it's patience, which means that we've got 2 possible adjectives. So we can either say patient or we can say impatient. The context tells us that we need the negative form of the adjective, which is why the answer is impatient. For question number 3, just before the gap, we've got an adjective. Adjectives modify nouns, and this adjective doesn't have a noun to modify, which is why it must be a noun in this gap. The stem word is serve, the noun therefore must be service. Question number 4, easy peasy. Before the gap we've got an article, we don't have the noun to which that article refers, which is why we have to put the noun in this gap. If we have a look at the stem word, we can see that the noun that we need is friendliness. Question number 5, little bit tricky, maybe caught you out this one here, because it all depends on how you understand the word customer to be in this sentence. Customer is a noun, but sometimes we can use nouns as adjectives, and that's exactly what we're doing here. Customer is an adjective. Customer what? Well, the noun that we need here is satisfaction, so contributes in a big way to customer satisfaction. Question number 6, big clue before the gap, to. To introduces bare infinitives, in other words, verbs. And if we have a look at this sentence, it says, therefore it goes to a great deal of trouble to a positive shopping experience for its customers. There is no verb in this, or there's no main verb in this sentence. Goes is of course a form of go. So we need a main verb in this sentence. If we have a look at sure, we know that the bare infinitive of sure will be ensure. Question number 7, just before the gap we've got an article. We don't have the noun to which that article refers, therefore we must have a noun for number 7. And if we have a look at the stem word, it's fly, which means the noun is flight. And because the article is an indefinite article, it must be singular, so it cannot be flights. Question number 8. The position of this gap here may be a little bit confusing. We've got the assistant took a taxi to the airport and delivered the ticket to the surprised customer. Now, that by itself is absolutely fine, but one thing that we have to take into account here is the whole context, and that is one of how you're keeping people happy. And in this particular context, it's talking about the assistant took the effort to go by him or herself, to give the ticket to the surprise customer, which means what we need here is an adverb. How did this person take the ticket? The person took the ticket personally to the surprised customer.